And I heard the word Islam mentioned faintly across the road by Christian congregation. And I put my phone back. I forgot the hot water, the hot water. And I walked, all of that charged to the congregation. And I was there. I saw a whole lot of them shouting, clapping, and actually stamping the feet. That this popular Christian pastor was talking disparagingly about Islam. And he was doing it openly, without any inhibition. And he was so very happy. And I was very, very wrong, obviously. Very, very angry. So I stood at the back of the crowd, a low voice. And I was wondering, I was thinking, I could actually do something. That I should do something. And also shout and tell them that this pastor was actually very wrong. That this is not what Islam is about. That this is the true Islam. And I was shouting. I was screaming. I was jumping. My hands were like that. And they were looking at me with disdain. I didn't really care. Because all they saw was me shouting and jumping. They didn't hear anything. Because the shouts and the scream were all in my head. Then somebody touched me and felt a hand on my shoulder. And I looked back. And so somebody that I had known from way back, a Christian and a member of the congregation. And he said, he was walking sorry, what I was in there, acting the way I was acting. All crazy, jumping and everything. And he understood my feeling and how this thing meant to me. And he said, you know, it is not this pastor's fault or his congregation's fault, because they don't really know about your religion. All they know about Islam is the misconception. It is you Muslims who are supposed to tell them the truth about Islam and tell them the real Islam. Why would you write a book? He asked me. And I was so happy. And I began to cry. And then I woke up. It was in pain. On the morning of August 29, 2002. Right. And I looked at myself. What am I going to write? I'm not a writer. I had a brief stint as a journalist and then a banker before I became an entrepreneur. So I don't know what to write. And writing about Islam, what am I going to write about Islam? I'm a Muslim, yes. I had a very good grounding of Islam from home, yes. But in my secondary school, I went to a Baptist school, and then I did PP, Bible knowledge, and I had A2. For my A levels, my HSC, I did Christian religious knowledge, CRP. I had a B. So I know the Bible structurally more than I know Islam structurally. I know Islam very well. It's something that is in me, that I was born with. But then, to write anything about Islam was something totally out of my range. So I just forgot it. And I moved on with my life. Then something happened in 2004. My little niece, Munira, she was about 4 years old then. She went to school and I went to visit her. And I was asking her how school was. Your friends, your teachers, and everything. And she said to me, good morning, there's a girl in my school. You know, while we're texting, there's a girl in my school. And she said, Munira, I want to be your friend. But my mom says, I should not be your friend because you're a Muslim. From a 5 or 4 year old girl, that was very, very painful. I thought it again. Now maybe indeed, I should write something, to start doing something to let people know, however little that I know, to let them know about Islam. And I started writing. And now, today, apart from my business, people think I'm a good writer because I write and they read and I have feedback. Because of my writing, I've been to Asoro and I've been received by former Vice President. Training, any structural training about being an Islamic scholar or a writer to be doing this. That is, everybody can do anything. That is what I've come to share with you all today. That you can actually do anything that you want to do. For me, success does not mean the fat bank account, how much zeros you have at the back of your statement of account. It is doing what you want to do and how you impact lives. Success to me is doing what exactly perfectly what you want to do. So how do you get to be successful at what you do? It doesn't matter. It could be a fashion, it could be fashion designing, it could be IT, it could be engineering, it could be medicine, it could be anything. You just want to be successful. And for you to be successful, you have to have one thing, that is passion. You have to be passionate about what you want to do. Some people come to me and they ask me, what business can we do? And I tell them, I don't know how to advise you on what business to do. You have to know it from within you that this is what I want to do, and I can help you to put it into shape. But you have to have it. It has to come from within you. And for me, I love God. I really, really, really love God. And I'm very passionate about my religion. So it is the passion for me that if I want to write, I can write from that passionate angle about my religion. So if you are passionate about what you're doing, whatever, you will be able to have what I call a stick-to-it attitude. You stick to it no matter what. Stick-to-it attitude. So if it's going up, you think you'll be successful, you do it. If you think you're going to face so much stress, you continue doing it. So you stick to it because it's what you want to do. It's a passion thing for you. So I remember one night I was writing my book in the night of Allah, and I had to go to press, and there were no lights, and the generator was not working. So I was working with the candle. The candle was there, and I was writing, so very close to it. And then I started hearing a sound, and I went like that. In the middle of the night, like about 2 a.m., everything was silent, and I went like that. And the sun was there. I moved like this. The sun was there. What I realized was actually my hair that was burning. And I just became, I was like, why am I doing this? But why am I doing this? It came out when the edition came out. I saw a very beautiful edition of Living in the Light of Allah. And I'm like, the sacrifice, all the punishment, so to say, I didn't remember anything anymore. All I was happy with was the end result of my efforts. So you have to have what is called deferred gratification. The end is what you're looking at, not what you're going through now. And you have a picture of what you want to do at the back of your mind, and that's what you're looking at, the deferred gratification. So no matter what you go through, you want to be successful, you have to have a passion for what you're doing. Number 2, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to look at all the strength that you have. I know my strength. I was once a journalist, so I could write. I wrote a lot of, I was doing children's edition, I was doing fashion. Those are not life-shaping things that you know if you call them. But then, I know I could write. And my writing is passable, so I know that's a strength. And then I know I have knowledge of Islam to some extent. I have an Islamic shop, so I have a lot of books, so I have all the resources. So you have to know your strength. And then when I have all of those, I started believing in myself, yeah, I can actually do it. If I write a small, a small pamphlet and people read, then I can write much more. So whatever you do, you have to believe in yourself. You have to take advantage of all the environment. You have to soak knowledge like a sponge. There's nothing that is irrelevant. You get knowledge from everywhere. You start getting them grabbing. You soak, and then you ask questions. That also builds your confidence. Knowing yourself and getting all the, being knowledgeable about what you do actually will give you a lot of confidence. So you have to know. Then number 3, don't put any limits. No limitation. There's something called glass ceiling. This ceiling is very hard. You can't punch it. But if you have a glass ceiling, it's just glass. You can just punch like that and it will shatter to fragments. So a lot of times we put glass ceilings on our ability. We just think we can't do this, but we can actually do much more than we think we can do. And I liken life and our ability to elastic. If you have an elastic this long, if you decide to pull like this, it will go, it will stretch. If you stretch it like that, it will stretch. If you stretch it further, it will stretch. So our ability is like that elastic. It is very, very stretchable. And the success rate depends on how long and how hard you can stretch. So I want to challenge you all today to always think like a mantra. If you want to do anything that I am that elastic, and then my ability is elastic. I can stretch as long as I want to. I can stretch as much as I want to. So that is number 3. Number 4, you have to be very, very thorough. There is no shortcut to success. You have to work 25 hours a day, 7.5 days a week, if it's possible. 25 hours a day, 7.5 days a week. So there is no shortcut. You have to work very, very hard. You have to go out of your comfort zone. You have to go out of your comfort zone. There is nothing like you don't have to work hard, you only work smart. Yes, you work smart, but then you work hard. There is no substitute for hard work. Number 5, you have to be able to ask yourself, what is my purpose on earth? Because whatever you do is for a purpose. God has created us for a purpose. He just didn't create us to come here and eat, and procreate, and die. He has created us for a purpose. You don't want to be like a snake that walks on concrete and then just goes right back without leaving a path. You want to be like a snake that walks on sand. You see the path that the snake has taken. So you want to be able to come to this world and leave a mark that you have been here and that you did something. So you have to have a life of purpose. And in finding your own purpose, you now become so successful. Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, he wanted to just connect people. I'm sure he never thought in his wildest imagination that he would be this rich, one of the richest people in the world. He just wanted to connect people and make life easier for people. And look at him today. Bill Gates, he wanted to make computing, because the word like that, easy with Microsoft. And he just wanted to help people. Now he has made so much, he doesn't even need the money. He's giving almost everything away in charity. So if your first inclination to wanting to be successful is to be so rich or to be so famous, you can only be famous this much. But if you want to do it for the general good of people, you want to better their lives. In doing so, you are creating a wide avenue, you are creating a wider world for yourself. And the success will be much more greater and much more lasting and much more beneficial. Another story that also relates with the Tata story. All of us know tricycle. And the man Tata was in India. He saw that India is highly populated. At the house, you see a man with his wife and about 4 or 5 children on the same motorcycle going about. And he said, this is too much and very dangerous. So he created a tricycle that we all know as an Ape or Marua or whatever name you have here now. So he created that. It is still the same technology of the motorcycle, but made it a bit wider and roomier. So all over the world, from Indonesia to Malaysia to Nigeria to also many parts of Africa, they all go in that tricycle. It's a means of transportation, which is very, very easy. And it has made so much money. He didn't set out to make so much money because of that, from that. He wanted to just help people. That's the purpose of created. And lastly, you have to be thankful to God. Whatever you have, or whatever success you're able to achieve, it's not because you're beautiful, or you're so, or you're handsome, or you're very tall, you have a very good stature. It's because of that small thing that is so huge and great that you don't even know that you can't even put your hand on. It is that thing called grace of God. So it is other ways by helping others, by making like a really that you have been helped, you have been blessed, and you can bless other people. And in blessing other people, you will get more blessing. The one that I like most, most is Quran chapter 3, verse 11. It says, verse 110. It says, you are the best people ever created for the good of mankind, because you enjoy good and forgiving. You are the best people ever created for the good of mankind, because you enjoy good and forgiving God. Life is like a stage, like a movie script. The script writer is you, each of us. And the lead actor in that script is you. So you write your script and you play that role. Are you ready to make a change in the world? I have found my purpose and I'm making it. Are you ready to make that change and make your purpose? Thank you.